Let me ask you something. When was the last time something went wrong? Not catastrophic, just wrong. Someone disrespected you. A situation didn't go your way. A decision you keep replaying in your head. Now here's the real question. What did you do with it? Most people do one of two things. They either explode, react, crash out, or they implode, hold it in, carry it. And both, no control. Nobody taught us a better way, but 2,000 years ago, someone did. This is Stoicism. This is Street Stoic. What Stoicism really is. Stoicism isn't being emotionless. It's not being cold. It's this: controlling your mind, not letting the weakness of the mind control you. It started with a man named Zeno of Citium. He lost everything in a shipwreck: money, status, life as he knew it. Instead of breaking, he started studying philosophy in Athens, teaching in a place called the Stoa, a painted porch. That's where the name comes from. Stoicism equals philosophy of the porch. In other words, like Street Stoic, it's the philosophy of the streets. Then came Epictetus, born a slave, beaten, controlled, owned. But he realized something powerful. They can control my body, but not my mind. He became one of the greatest teachers of discipline and inner control in history. Then you have Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor, leading armies, dealing with war, betrayal, pressure, and still writing to himself at night, reminding himself to stay calm, stay disciplined, stay in control. The Stoics were not soft men. One lost everything. One was enslaved, and one ruled the world. And all of them came to the same conclusion. Your power is in how you respond. Pillar 1, control what you can. Epictetus broke life down simple. Some things are in your control, some things aren't. In your control, your mindset, your effort, your decisions. What's out of your control? People, outcomes, the system. Most people waste energy trying to control everything and lose control of themselves. You stressing at night? That's your mind chasing something you don't control. Street Stoic move. Focus on effort, release the outcome. Because reality is this: you can do everything right and still lose. You can do everything wrong and still win. That's life. But your discipline, always yours. Pillar 2, the obstacle is the way. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The obstacle is the way. What stands in the way becomes the way." Most people complain, blame, fold. But the Stoics, they use it. Because the Stoics understood something most people never learn. The obstacle isn't blocking your path. It is your path. You don't build patience without pressure. You don't build strength without resistance. That disrespect, that loss, that setback, that's your training. So instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what is this building in me? Because every obstacle is either fuel or an excuse. Pillar 3, you are not your emotions. The Stoics made a distinction most people still don't understand. There's a difference between the feeling and the reaction. Something happens. Your body reacts instantly, heart racing, anger rising. That part, not your fault. But what happens next? That's on you. Because there's a gap between what happens and what you do. And in that gap, that's your power. But most people never use it. They react fast, speak from emotion, crash out, and burn. Street Stoic move. S stands for stop. T stands for take a breath. O stands for observe. I stands for introspect, which means looking inward and thinking about your thinking. And C stands for continue forward. Then ask yourself, is this aligned with the man I'm trying to become? That one question separates boys from men, reaction from discipline, chaos from control. Because uncontrolled emotion is destruction. Controlled emotion is power. Most men run from their darkness. Street Stoics face it. Not just the pain, but the lack of control, the reactions, the part of you that lets life control how you move. Because everything we talked about, control, obstacles, response, it all comes back to one thing: mastering yourself. This path isn't easy. It's not comfortable. It's not popular. because it forces you to take responsibility for the only thing that was ever yours, you. And most men avoid that. They blame, they react, they stay stuck. But the few who don't, the ones who think like Zeno, move like Epictetus, and lead themselves like Marcus Aurelius, they become different. This isn't just philosophy. It's a code, a mindset, a standard, a brotherhood, a movement. So if something in this woke something up in you, then you already know. You are one of us. Join the Street Stoic army. Tap in. Subscribe. Because we're not just talking about discipline. We're building men who can't be shaken, can't be baited, and can't be controlled. And remember, the loudest man isn't the strongest. The most feared man isn't the strongest. The man with the best outcome isn't the strongest. The strongest man is the one who has mastered himself. Stay disciplined. Stay sharp. Stay Street Stoic.